Hi Year 3. So it's Tuesday the 12th of January. Good morning. I hope you had a good Monday. And today for the pink sheet for maths, you're going to be thinking about making patterns using 2D shapes. As I said yesterday, have a look at the main sheet because that's the one covering the Year 3 objective. If it looks a little bit tricky or the teacher video to support it doesn't help you to understand what to do, then have a look at these pink sheets. Okay, so for today, as I've said, we are making patterns using 2D shapes. Okay, so let's have a look at your worksheet for today. So as you can see, there are some patterns on the sheet. So you've got the first one, 1A, you've got a circle, then a rectangle, then a circle, then a rectangle. And we'd like you to continue, it says to draw the next two shapes in each pattern. So that you continue that sequence, the pattern, so that it stays the same in the order. Okay, so that's the same for A, B, and C. And then for number 2, you've got a kind of gap missing in the middle where we would like you to put the correct shapes from the bottom that fit that gap. Okay, the same with B. And then number 3, okay, it says to draw the first 9 shapes in Rosie's, sorry, not, does it say 9? My eyesight, I think it maybe says 3, you'll see on your sheet, in Rosie's pattern, and then she describes her pattern above, so you can just continue, you can draw the first shapes in her pattern. I think it is the first 9 shapes, yeah, okay. And then following on from that, what is the 10th shape in Rosie's pattern? And what is the name of the shape to the right of the 5th shape? Okay, so that would be your 6th shape. What shape would be in that pattern? Okay, so it's a little bit trickier. You need to follow the instructions that Rosie is giving you in the speech bubble. And then moving on, okay. So it says Mo makes a pattern using 4 rectangles, 4 triangles, and 4 circles. What could Mo's pattern be? Draw 2 different possibilities. So as long as the shapes are making a pattern, so there's a sequence, okay, so it could be, for example, you could have 2 rectangles, 2 triangles, 2 circles, 2 rectangles, 2 triangles, 2 circles, and so on to use up your 4 rectangles, 4 triangles, and 4 circles. Okay, so as long as you're making that pattern, that sequence, a repeating pattern, that's fine. So we want 2 different possibilities. And then moving on, it says to draw the 10th shape for each pattern. So you're going to have to count on, and if you draw out the rest of the pattern, it will help you to see and then count to what the 10th shape will be. Okay, same for A and B. And then says on number 6 to write your own repeating pattern of shapes. Okay, so you can write them in words, so check the spelling, okay, if you can, and you can do any 2D shape, so this is up to you. So they have set an example of circle, rectangle, rectangle, circle, rectangle, rectangle. Okay, so you've got 8 gaps to fill, so think about that and think about having a nice repeating pattern of 2D shapes. If you've got someone at home to work alongside and to help you with this, then they could draw one as well, and then you can swap and you could draw each other's patterns for the words they've written down. If you haven't, then don't worry about that, or you could just draw your own pattern that you've written down using the actual shapes. And then finally, it says draw a shape in each box to make a repeating pattern. Okay, so to go around those squares on the outside, just to draw a repeating pattern that may be made up of 2, 3, or even maybe 4 shapes. Okay, and so you might want to practice that first on a whiteboard or on a piece of scrap paper. All right, so that's your work from today. I'm just going to show you how you can see the answers. They are on the web page on the screen. Okay, I'm going to just share a new screen with you, and you will be able to open up the answers. And there you go. I've done some here. Now there are probably going to be more than one correct answer for some of the questions. So don't worry if you've got a different answer. Especially on the second sheet, okay? There's going to be some different, so there are example answers, there's going to be some different ones there, okay? And as always, if you ever want your teacher to check your answers, then email it through to us, okay? So where it says example, e.g., that just means it's an example of a correct answer. There would be some others, all right? So good luck, enjoy today's maths, and I will see you tomorrow.